Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, April the 24th, 2024, 4/24/24. All right, let's get into it. I've got eyeliner on today. Um, we have people chit-chatting still, at the axe throwing place. Sam, Dante, Drew, Jordan, but I'm going to get back to them later. I'd rather get to the good stuff first. The good stuff is Finn and Chase. Chase is with Finn. They walk into the house. Violet runs up into him. Daddy, you gotta help Grandpa. And he looks, and Gregory is laying on the couch, and he's got his oxygen mask on, and he can't move. He's temporarily paralyzed. So Finn is talking to him, and he's telling him, blink once for yes, no, two for yes, one for no, something like that. And he was asking him questions, and he's asking Violet, how long has Grandpa been like this? She goes, I think 3 songs, which, pretty much look, if songs are an average of 3.5 minutes, a song, 3 to 3.5, about 9, 10 minutes. Um, and Finn was, feeling his heart beat, and he was trying to ask Gregory questions, and Gregory was blinking, and he goes, can you move your arms and your legs? And Gregory blinked, no, he couldn't. Um, and Violet said, Grandpa and I were playing a game. Because he goes, Violet, how did this happen? We were playing a game, and he asked me to go get his oxygen mask and his machine from his room. So I ran and got it. And then Grandpa, he couldn't hardly breathe right. And he goes, I helped him put the mask on, so she was little Miss Nurse Violet, right? And I'm sure by the time she got back, he was still able to, get it on, and he laid down. And so she goes, I was just trying to make sure Grandpa was okay. And so Finn says, I'm not Finn, Chase says, well, Violet, why didn't you call, your daddy and me? And she goes, because I was so busy making sure Grandpa was okay. And he goes, no, and you were perfect. You did the right thing, right? Because Finn stayed at the party 20 minutes later than he should have. The babysitter left because remember, he said, I have to be out of here at X number of time because the babysitter had to leave. Well, he stayed longer. So that's where Gregory went into a little crisis episode, and Violet had to help him, you know, which you remember they said there would be no him being alone with Violet because anything could happen. Even though this was unplanned, Finn, unfortunately, you have to be, and he knows this from now on, but Gregory was talking like he's never going to let Violet see him like that again. So I think Gregory's going to try to move out. Well, now he knows he can't move out to on his own. So he's going to have to move into some type of assisted living, maybe an independent ish assisted living to where he could still go out and do outings, but he's still checked on and monitored at the facility. And they, they have a lot of nice ones. They look like condos and they look like apartments. So we'll see what he's gonna say. Or they better not make him die. Because look, May sweeps are coming up. Actually, starting tomorrow is when the sweeps begin on the 25th. So we'll see what they do. They might try to break our hearts with Gregory dying right after the wedding. I'm gonna be pissed off everybody if that happens. I'm not having it. So anyway, once the paramedics get there, Gregory is insisting he's not going to the hospital. He says the ER. He goes because he got his feeling back. The episode was passing, and he says, no, I'm not going to the hospital. The episode is ending, right? And so Chase told Finn, I gotta go speak to Brooklyn. Either we're gonna have to postpone this wedding or we're gonna have to do something. So he leaves. And he tells Brooklyn, and Tracy is there, and Lois, because they were trying to work on seating charts. Lois was for family bickering. And he says, this is the worst he's had so far. And either we're gonna have to get a different officiate, So Lois was saying I could call Father so and so from the neighborhood, or we could call the local chaplain here. And Brooklyn says, or you know what? And Chase says, or we'll have to cancel the wedding. And Brooklyn says, I could call the florist tomorrow to see, what about if we have to cancel the flowers? Tracy says, wait just a minute. Wait a minute. You are not going to make these plans with replacing Gregory or canceling the wedding, which is what he has been looking so forward to, without even discussing it with him. Oh no, your father deserves much better than that, right? And Gregory called Tracy's phone because Finn told Gregory, because he goes, where's Chase? And he said he went to go see Brooklyn. So he called Tracy's phone and he said, tell my son this, which I don't know why he didn't call his own son to tell his own son, but uh, that I know he's over there and I know they're talking about canceling the wedding. I will have no such thing. I know my body. Oh, do you, Gregory? You know your body, but you didn't know you were going to have this attack tonight. Okay. He says, and I will be officiating that wedding next week, no matter what we have to do. And so she turned and she did what he said. She said it to Chase, but she added a spin into it, right? And she goes, I had to add that for flair. And he kind of smiled on the other end of the phone. And Finn is listening. He didn't come all the way into the living room, right? Because he had just put Violet back down for bed. She wanted to hug Gregory and make sure he was okay. So Finn took her back to the bedroom. And he just stayed a little back listening to the conversation. And he says, and if something were to happen to me during the ceremony, he told Tracy, that's where you come in. Even if you have to come up and finish reading the words that I was supposed to say. He goes, he didn't say Finn would do it because Finn is best man, right? He told Tracy, you will come up and you will help. He goes, with the help of all of you, I will get through this. And so she turned around. She didn't tell him that even if I have to finish, she just said, no, we're all going to get through this. We're all going to assist your father in any way he needs it. But he says, under no uncertain terms, are you canceling this wedding? You got it? And they're like, yeah, so that was really cute of Tracy. I like that, I like her relationship with Gregory. So we'll see. They're going to really pull on our heartstrings, everybody. I'm not kidding you with that. So we have, let's see, Jocelyn. Jocelyn goes to see Jason. She reminds me so much of Carly running to Jason. Now remember, she was bad mouthing Jason. Jason is stupid for working with Sonny when Jason was perceived dead, right? Now she can't live without Jason. And she told Jason she did something that she regrets. And she told him what happened with Christina. And Jason just listened to her like, oh, you said what? And she goes, and I shouldn't have. After I said it, I realized, she goes, because the look on Christina's face, I realized I went too far with that. And so she goes, but I had been waiting to tell Christina that. She was waiting for any opportunity to throw Christina in her face. And I'm thinking, your father Jax is hardly squeaky clean. And let's not talk about Jerry, his brother, right? He puts Cyrus to shame, Jerry Jax. So anyway, Jason was Jason. He pretty much let her talk herself, into whatever decision she was gonna make, just like he did Carly. He would ask her pointed questions, you know. And he says, why is it you feel you hate Sonny so much? Because of this, this, and this. And because he gave Dex an order and Dex was gonna kill an innocent person. And he goes, that was Dex's choice to carry out that order. It was Dex's choice to work for Sonny. And I don't know Dex. And she goes, yeah, but Sonny pressured him. And he goes, Jocelyn, he said, she goes, you're the only person that I could talk to about it. And I don't understand why you're not mad. You're not angry at Sonny. Why don't you hate him too? He was so quick to feel that you shot Dante. You know, you're so busy being loyal to Sonny. He was absolutely not loyal to you. He turned his back on you and accused you. Doesn't that make you angry? Why are you still not angry about it? And he goes, well, because Sonny didn't have all the facts. But still, it was you. He shouldn't have. He goes, no, I don't feel that way. And then she goes, but she says something else. And then Jason says, you know, one thing I could tell you, Jocelyn, the way Sonny's acting now is different from the way he would have acted he was acting. I really don't know Sonny right now. And I'm thinking, yes, you do, Jason. You have seen him on these manic bipolar episodes before. Just like you recognized it when you were talking to Sonny, you know that's what's happening. So it's not that you don't recognize him. Sonny's just saying he's taking his meds, but Sonny used to tell them he was taking his meds when he clearly wasn't, right? And Jason would have to find out and everything. So anyway, he goes, no, he goes, I really can't tell you what Sonny is thinking now. And he goes, and even why he would have ordered that hit, I can't tell you because I wasn't there, right? And so then she's like, she can't talk to her mom about this. She could only talk to Jason because he would understand. And she goes, why can't you talk to your mom? Because she would say, you know, my mother told me blah, blah. He goes, my mother feels differently. And so Jason looked at her and says, and what did your mother tell you? So Jocelyn told her what Carly said about, you know, that is Christina's father and everything. And so then Jason says, and do you feel your mother's right? And she goes, yeah, I don't feel good now that I told Christina. And he goes, Jocelyn, your feelings are your feelings. But now Carly, he goes, now Carly's not right about everything. But I think Carly's right about this. And so Christina just looked at, not Christina, Josh just looked at him. And so anyway, you know, he kind of snapped her little head on, right? And she thanks him. And he ended up making her a promise because she goes, Dex is going to work for the police PCPD. He's applying. And Jason goes, okay, now that won't go over well. Which she goes, and Sonny is going to have him killed for it. And Jason said, I could see that would be problematic. But Jason's thinking, I'm an informant for the feds, you know? And Sonny knows I didn't, well, he should know I didn't inform on him because he's still walking around, right? So he says, look, I'm going to make you a promise, Jocelyn. I'm going to look after Dex. I'll protect him. He says, I'm going to keep my ear to the ground. And if I hear anything is going to happen, I will make sure Dex is okay. I will not let Sonny kill him. I promise you that. And she looked at him. She goes, well, I really didn't come here for that, but maybe I did come here for that, right? You know? And so I'm thinking, uh-oh, that just might happen. Jason might have to intervene in that. So then the next thing that happened is, of course, Christina, you know exactly where she went. She went straight on over to Molly's place, and it's late at night. TJ must have been working because he didn't come out. Molly was in her pajamas, and she is telling her about Jocelyn. And she had the nerve to say, Jocelyn came over to me and started saying all kinds of lying about my father. And I was like, oh, Jocelyn was lying? Well, Christina, you're lying. Christina is the one that approached Jocelyn, not the other way around. Jocelyn was at the bar getting her drink on. And she turned around and she saw Christina. And Christina's like, what is your problem? See, oh, but Christina, oh no. You were innocent. She came to you and she's, oh, shut up, Christina. So Molly's like, she started talking about Sonny. What did she say? And Christina told her everything, Sonny, that Jocelyn said about Sonny. And Molly is looking like, ooh, because Molly already knows. They already have sworn statements. Molly's read them from Dex and Cyrus. Ooh. And Molly's just, wow. She goes, could you believe Jocelyn saying something like that? And so Molly says, Jocelyn should have never said that there. That was an inappropriate place for her to be talking like that. Right? Christina's like, right? But no, my dad would never, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And Molly's like, oh my goodness. Yeah, oh, I know you feel, I know it's okay for you to feel that way. But yet she wasn't giving up any information. She wasn't saying, yeah, he sure did. Yeah, the police have there's written statements because see, that could blow the Anna's case, right? Sonny doesn't know. Cyrus made the statement. Sonny doesn't know. Dex dined, right? Turncoated on him. And Molly is sitting there or consoling her sister, like, ooh, yeah. And so Christina just kept talking and talking. My dad does a lot of good. He's helped this, he's helped that, and he blah, blah, blah. He would never, I know my dad. He absolutely would never send anybody to kill, he wouldn't send someone to kill someone. And I thought, well, how stupid does that sound, Christina? He's a doggone mob boss. They have tons of people whacked. You don't know about the Pine Barrens, girl? Jocelyn didn't tell her he had Dex at the Pine Barrens ready to shoot him dead, and my mother had to go and stop him. She didn't tell Christina a whole lot. And she goes, my dad would never do anything like that, right? And Molly just looks at her and goes, hmm. She never said, she never confirmed or denied. She just consoled her sister. She goes, Christina, don't think about a thing Jocelyn says. Don't even worry about Jocelyn. Her opinion means nothing. Okay? She goes, my dad has been acting a little on edge, but sure, it's because he's missing Nina so much. Oh, shut up. She is just really bent on Nina and her dad getting back together again. And Molly's just looking. So Christina gets up and her and Molly hug, and she leaves. And I thought, see, that's going to be the problem. When Christina finds out that Molly takes that case, she's going to feel completely and utterly betrayed by her sister. She is. And that's where she's going to end up using that baby as a weapon. I see that coming, y'all. See it coming. Whew. So anyway, we have the last but not least is, let's see. Sam's talking to Dante. I like Dante's headedness. Dante's like, do you really seriously think you're going to be able to keep Danny away from his father? Well, Jason this and Jason's a bad, Jason is it's danger. She can't say it's a bad influence. She brings danger. And Danny, would just, he's attracted to that. And so then she goes, well, granted, I've been having trouble with Danny before Jason came back, but still, Jason is not doing what I said. He's not adhering to my wishes, and neither is Danny. I'm the one that has to tell him to do his homework and clean up his room, but yet he thinks his dad is so cool. And so Dante's like, and you have a problem with that? Yeah, I want to be the cool parent. Oh my goodness. But I can't. Well, no, you're the mother. And Jason is not trying to be the cool parent. Jason is just being Jason. Seriously. So Dante was just telling her, you have to tread lightly with this because Danny is older and he's going to start making his own choices, Sam, and you don't want to alienate him. And she's like, yeah, you're right. Ugh. She didn't want to say it, but she did. So anyway, everybody, that is it. That's it for the daily recap today. And let me think. Before I say that's it, Jordan and Drew, they are really, really having those two talk a lot, you know, talking. They're just getting all chummy. And if Jordan falls for him, what's going to break them up is going to be Nina. Because of Drew and Nina, at that point, they're going to have some kind of, you know, anger sex affairs. You know, they're going to be seeing each other and Jordan won't even know. And he's going to start to see Jordan. And Nina is going to be Nina and blow that up out the water where Jordan is concerned. So I really see that if they put them together, Drew and Jordan, Nina is going to be the one to bust them up like there's nobody's business. So we'll see how that's going to go. We'll see how they write that, right? All right, everybody. It's now time to go to comment corner, comment corner. And let me get to these comments here. Today, I'm going to start from the bottom up with comment corner, from the bottom up. And from the bottom, we have I am says Christina was there because of Blaze and Lois's friendship with Sunny. Let's see, with Sunny. She's never been close to Brooklyn. Um, is closer in age with Maxie and Georgie. BLQ is, and so then P. Merle says, no, BLQ is Blaze's manager. Christina is Blaze's +1 and her girlfriend. Yeah, that's true. That was Blaze's date. And then I am says, let's see, Jordan wrecked her own home with Sean. Drew is no Brick, Andre, Curtis, or Sean. You're 100% right. Oh my, OMG. Oh my God, I know what OMG is. That's about the only one I know. And I also know SMH, shaking my head. I know those two. Thank you, I am. It's all these other ones you throw in, I don't know, you daily recap fans. So anyway, calling Jocelyn drunk, nagging and picking, and that's exactly what happened. She antagonized the whole thing. Christina will run to Sunny, Josh to Jason to protect Dex, and that is exactly what happened. Lucy says, hello, Daily Recap lady. The bachelorette and bachelor parties were great. Love the jewelry gift Lois gave her daughter, Brooklyn. And the Boston Red Sox ball Dante gave Chase. Here's hoping Jordan doesn't hook up with Drew. I know. I don't want to see that either. The only thing they have in common is they're both single and not with their partners anymore. That's it. They don't have nothing else in common. And then Richard says, facts. I'm with you, Richard and Lucy. And Ron says, Joss needs to back off Christina. All she's doing is stressing her out, and it's not good for the baby. Her goal is to always have the last word. Well, that's Jocelyn's goal to always have the last word, but guess what? It's also Christina's goal to always have the last word, right? And then Sherry says, agree. Um, Ghana says, Ghana girl, wait, the heck up? Does Prissy come up to Joss? Didn't she come up in the first place? Yeah, Chrissy. Chrissy can keep stepping with her lying behind like her mobster daddy. And then J Girl says, Chrissy is going up and starting with Jocelyn both times. She sure did. Lucy says, at least Joss fessed up to Jason that she was wrong to say all those things to Christina. Yeah, but Christina was. She antagonized the whole thing. And then Sherry says, wasn't it Jason's money Sam used for Aurora? And then Pete Merle says, yes, it was. Jason graciously let her and Drew keep Aurora. And then Pete Merle says, for the money, Jordan should have stayed with Andre. Oh, let's see. For my money, Jordan should have stayed with Andre. He would not have treated her as shabby as Curtis did. I really liked Andre Maddox. I really did, but I liked him with Anna too. I liked him with both. And my thing is, look, if they're gonna bring a character, bring Dr. Maddox back. General Hospital needs a doctor. They do. Aisha says, who knows which part of the show history has been rewritten and even erased? Ma Princess, anyone? Not going to my recollection, Christina was very nearly taken out by the car bomb that Sonny intended for Johnny Sakara, and she knew it. She was also fully aware when it seemed that Sonny's hit on Julian Jerome had tragically taken Morgan out instead. No, that wasn't Sonny's hit. That was Olivia Jerome's hit. Wasn't Sonny's. Then Morgan got caught in the crossfire. But Sonny was planning on having Julian killed, but he didn't do that bomb. The difference back then was she stood by him and didn't blame him without denying or ignoring the circumstances. Yes, she also took issue with those family members like Carly and Michael who weren't rallying around him. But they argue, but her argument was that they should all have more understanding and compassion towards Sonny in his devastated state. And then Cindy says, people shouldn't air their grievances at bridal. I know, I know. Jocelyn was liquored up at the Savoy. She and pregnant Chrissy should have put their differences aside for the night and the occasion. They should have. They really should have. No sense of decorum, everybody. LaShunta says, I'm glad Josh told Chrissy off. Why Chrissy always pushing buttons? Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. I'm so tired of everyone saying Chrissy is pregnant. She knows. And she knows that, and she's still engaged. Yep, she still engages. P. Merrill says, great party all around. Not sure I know the difference between a bridal shower and a bachelorette party. Um, now let's hope the wedding isn't ruined by Sonny's manic behavior. I really think that's what's going to happen. Dex just seemed out of place wherever he is. That is so true. Okay, a bridal shower is usually more in the daytime and you give gifts to the bride. A bachelorette party is like that last little fling. A lot of the times it's the bridesmaids that throw the parties for the bride and her best friends. Well, the bachelor, like a bachelor party, you get wild and crazy and do stupid stuff that you're not supposed to do. But they just kind of combine the bridal shower with that bachelorette party at the Savoy. And Clemmy says no chemistry between Drew and Jordan. None. But look, there was none between Carly and him either in the beginning. And I think I just had to accept it and tolerated it. But remember, we all talked about there's no chemistry. Has Cameron Matheson as Drew, has he had chemistry with any of the women on the show? I don't see it. I no, he has no chemistry. Only person he had chemistry with was in All My Children when that was Greenlee. That was it, right? And then look, he was a pale comparison to what's Leo, because it was Greenlee and Leo all day. Oh my goodness, when Leo, I'm getting off track, y'all. But when Leo went over the waterfall, or actually swept downstream by that river, oh, and she's yelling Leo's name, and they had Josh Duvall's hand come up one last time. Oh, I cried and cried for days because Ryan and Greenlee came way much later. But no chemistry with any woman on General Hospital, right? And then Clemmy also says it would be more like Finn and Elizabeth. Finn and Elizabeth, due to both of their boringness, is growing on me. They really are. And then Clemmy also says, that's what I said, Sonny should have just bought it. Bought what? For this reason, wait. that is the reason she should not have, she could, oh, you're talking about the hotel. Sunny should have just bought it. That was the reason she couldn't say no to Jason. Exactly. Had he said, Carly, you want me to buy your half of the Metro card? No, Jason, I'm going to get that back. But Jason just did it. It was a done deal. And that's how Sonny should have done it if he really wanted to. DL says, I'm so glad Chase didn't sing. Oh my God, me too. I wouldn't be able to handle it because to me, Chase could not sing. And then Denzel says, GH's episode yesterday on the 23rd was great. Seeing Tracy dancing for the first time at the bachelorette party, it was so great. And was happy to see her being happy. The rest the rest of the ladies on, or the rest of the ladies. Now look, I understand both sides of Christina and Jocelyn about Sunny, but Jocelyn took it too far. Yes, with question mark. Yes, she did. Was she right about Sunny? Of course, but she's acting like Sunny wasn't there for her before. She's a hypocrite. It's still Christina's father, and she's still going to defend her dad no matter what Cyrus did. Is an old man, yeah, but he is also was a criminal himself, causing havoc and he in Port Charles, kidnapping TJ and then Portia and Trina, and then putting Lulu in a coma, and like these new writers almost have forgotten all about that. Um, like he's a positive person shaking my head. Yes, Cyrus is just biding his time. Christina needs to just stop stressing herself out so much because of the baby. Will die not seeing it. Wait, because that baby will die, not saying it won't die. I'm just saying the baby's not, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, too much stress can cause a lady to miscarriage, a woman. Another thing with Joss and Christina arguing about Sunny at Brooklyn's bachelorette party, it was not a good idea. They could have taken it somewhere else, but great review daily recaps. Thank you so much. And actually, believe it or not, I got through all the comments on Comic Corner tonight. I did go over a little bit over 10 minutes, but I wanted to get all of these comments in, everybody. So with that being said, I'll be back tomorrow with another daily recap of General Hospital.